Ooh. You're half asleep. I feel like you were definitely half asleep.
No, I was listening. I was just like this.
I don't know. Do you think he was half asleep?
No, I wasn't. I was able to pay attention to everything. Don't worry about it. Oh, actually, there's something I do want to talk about, but maybe now is not the time to talk about it. It's kind of like a serious thing. Kind of. I don't know.
If you want, we can. I switch up. Easy.
No, it's just for me to like say to people because I saw it and I felt a bit bad. Like, so you guys know I have like diagnosed ADHD, right? And like some people in the comments, I've said before, I feel really, really insecure about talking to people one-on-one in calls because I know I'm like really hard to talk to because I jump around topics a lot. I remember saying that. And I saw a few comments that were like, yeah, his ADHD really shown in this, like with the Petra collab. And it was like, wow, I have ADHD too, but I'm nowhere near this bad. He should go see the doctor about that. And I was kind of like, do you actually have ADHD or are you just like self-diagnosing? Because like my ADHD is not that bad, but it is prominent. And I have been to the doctor about it, you motherfucker, bitch! Fuck you! I have been. And it just made me feel a bit shit, that's all. So I just wanted to say, fuck you to that person. You made me feel like shit for a day. And also, to all the people who do have ADHD out there and aren't like just self-diagnosing themselves, hey, you are very cool. And I really appreciate you. And I'm glad you can understand my struggle and my, you know, I'm sure you all understand how hard it is to talk to people because you kind of just jump around topics and stuff. And it can be quite, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that really made me feel quite shit. And, you know, it's one of those things where it's like, I shouldn't say it because then more people will do it. But, you know, I also just want to be like, fuck you. So
you also want to like put your boundaries down.
Yeah.
Like, this is my boundary. Just so you know, if you're ambiguous about it, they don't know. But from now on, this is a boundary. If you cross it, it's a boundary.
I mean, you know, I'm fine with people making fun of me and bullying me or whatever. But I just feel like, I don't know, it just feels like a bit of a fuck you to everyone else who isn't like that and they have the same condition I do. And if they see that comment, they might compare themselves to me and be like, well, I'm like that. So I need to go see a doctor? Like, I don't want people to be like that. So, yeah. Don't worry. If you have the same conditions as me, chat, listen, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. I mean, Nina was able to speak with me today one-on-one.
Yeah.
Petra was able to
it was
speak
so
with me.
much fun.
Yeah.
There's no, I feel like, that's the thing with like the internet, right? Like there's a big anonymity factor and something that I've noticed from like, you know, sometimes like I have called out people and they're like, oh, I'm just so happy like you read my message. I'm like, what do you mean? You said something like this, like you know, sometimes people do say stuff just
right
for you to read it.
Yeah.
And that's also one of the reasons I've talked about in my stream why if I see something negative, I just don't address it.
Yeah, that's the thing. I didn't want to, but it's just like I just feel like
for you it was very personal and it hit you personally, right?
The thing is, I feel like out of everyone in Niji, I feel like I have been the one to address most of the most real stuff so far.
Yeah.
And I kind of want to keep being known for that because I'm not really like, I'm not afraid to say shit. I guess.
Yeah, you're not afraid to talk about the real stuff.
Yeah, and I feel like that's a good thing and people should start talking about that because it's not just about me. I'm thinking more of like the viewership. I have to stand up for that. I can't.
Yeah, you have to.
I don't care, like, you know? Yeah.
For me, I'm a little bit more jaded and I'm a little bit more older. Where for me, I just always see it as like you said, fortunately, when you do pull it out, people do talk about it.
Yeah, they'll say it more, but
Because now people who don't like you are gonna be like, oh my god, I'm gonna say
exactly.
that and he's gonna get triggered.
Yeah.
So for me, I always ignore it because I'm like, I don't want my fans to think that the way to get my attention
is to just be
to be negative.
Yeah.
How do you get my attention? By being kind, by being positive, by being there all the time.
The thing is, though,
I will notice you.
I'm Uno reverse carding this because that now if I do see that, I just in my head I'm gonna think that they're just doing it.
Now you know.
Well, I'm just gonna think that they're trying to get my attention now.
Yeah. And the same thing with your viewers, and I hope your viewers see that too. If you see somebody very purposely calling out, like you said, your ADHD that you so bravely talked about, now please know in your mind. I think it's brave to talk about it because a lot of people don't talk about it because they're afraid to be stigmatized and to be,
really? I just feel like
put in a category and a box.
I just feel like I shouldn't talk about it just because, like, I don't know, it's not very cool.
Yeah,
it's not like a. Yeah, I
you
guess
make your own cool. You make your own cool. Nothing's cool until you make it cool. That's what you're here to do, honey. You're here to break fucking Oh, sorry, I swore. You're here to break freaking stereotypes, and you're here to do things anew. Guess what? Like, who decides what's cool?
Yeah.
You have a huge community. You have a ton of people. You decide what's cool. You make your own cool.
You're right. I'm cool.
But I hope like people in your stream also start seeing that if people do bring that up,
no, my community is really nice. It's just like the odd comment that just happened, and I know.
Yeah.
It just affected me a little bit, and I didn't want to.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
And you deserve so much better.
It's kind of why I was a bit down yesterday, because that's when it happened. But, I'm good. I'm good. I just needed to address it at some point.
I'm glad you did. At the end of the day, I hope you understand. And I even told you privately, like, how grateful we all are for our new, like, sweet Baka Fox man. You're really, really, like, you're really revitalizing so much of us. And even, I mean, Elira and I talked about this too, like, before that we're in Discord all the time. We're just so happy to talk to you boys because you're all so positive and so uplifting and so fun.
I will say I'm a bit nervous to join VC still, like, because I do see you guys there.
I noticed.
Yeah. I normally only join when like 4 people are there, so I can kind of just sit in silence.
Yeah. Don't be intimidated. A lot of the girls are the same way, and they just,
Yeah.
Don't force yourself too. Like, don't, because the thing with our job is like, it's sometimes it's so mentally and like emotionally, there's just so much happening. And then when you join, whether you like it or not, when you join the Discord, we're still going to talk a little bit about work because we're also in it.
Yeah.
And sometimes like you don't want to hear about it. You don't want to hear about work.
Yeah. Well,
you want to give her goodbye wishes?
Yeah. Chat, thank you for being here. Sorry, I did like a real talk right at the end of the stream.
It was fun.
But, I think it was
Thank you for being honest.
Yeah. And thank you for being here, Nina.
I had so much fun.
Thank you, Miss Kosaka.
Let's do this again soon. FOXY BAKAS.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone. I hope you have a really good new year.